welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to one of the league's biggest and brightest venues, SOFI Stadium in Inglewood. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Chargers. Going to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. He dodged the tackle. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion. Now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
It's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone of football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure like to have. Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And this opening drive set up for 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away. I'm flipping through, Brock. That certainly wasn't in the offense's opening script, but if you're a defender, just how you wrote it up.
Yeah, defensively, that was a week of practice and planning visualized and executed in real time.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
Herbert on 1st down. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. This play goes for 36. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Opening carry of the game for Kimani Vidal. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Johnson finds the football, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Well, when your opponent fails to act, Brock, you want to capitalize, right? And they are moving like a team ready to provide us with our first point of this game.
Yeah, pretty lackluster start there, Kate, from their opponents. You got a golden opportunity to immediately take control as they convert to stay on the field.
Vidal. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, they still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Vidal again. And he does not get in. They stop him at the 1. Stopped once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal.
I think I could see that sideline considering a challenge down there. It was close, but I think he got barely enough to escape the end zone. Another run might not be so lucky.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Trying to sneak, it's Herbert. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. They snap it to Herbert. And we get an incredible goal-to-go stand to begin this ball game as they force the incompletion and the turnover on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He'll pull his way in for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that kind of gain may not take a safety out of the picture on the next play, but at least you won't have half your guys standing in the end zone on the next snap. That was a valuable little run right there.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They go play action. Here's Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Not a bad first look for him in the contest, this contest, and I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip the cap. They played that ball better than he could.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft one deep to the left. They connect on the deep shot. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Tackle made by Elijah Molden.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. Run to them out to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Past the line, he's going to run for it. Down to the 10. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
Dayon Henley on the tackle. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Barkley. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gets more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
He gets it again. And he's in this time. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Already know how it go. Already know I got shit to go. Money calling down go. You gotta go if you play or you troll. Precious on the floor. Got trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of C-flows. Turning money up to a whole nother level.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the LA offense getting out there for their 2nd drive. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Keenan Allen. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A quick slant. Here's McConkey. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Throwing on first is Herbert. Throw left side, grabbed by Allen.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Second and inches at the Eagles' 29-yard
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, second and inches. Idell now from the pistol. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Herbert gonna tuck and run. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is gonna be 2nd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Vidal on the zone read. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. We'll have the 1st down and even more. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers make it a 1-point game. It's a Keenan Allen touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Boy, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Maybe like a Tyrese Maxey. But whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. They weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7.
Things will be lacking my brush, so what do we lack? I can point it out, so much that's around, better settle down, no one doing that, but they send the hounds, bite me in the, put me in the ground, turn me into ash, put to carry down. From those who came up before me, I'm here to change the story. Find me a work and avoid it.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results.
Ran money up to a whole nother level. From no better. When I got rich, bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm chilling, I'm just chilling with the fellas.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's another carry for Barkley. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
16 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Hurts on first down. Jump pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now. They need 7. Hurts looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 now from the 46. Hurts a chance to run it here. And nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. Second down coming up. They said with that sack in mind, Brock, we all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Hurts now from the gun. Pressure's there, the Chargers got it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
First down, Eagles.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down, a run with Barkley. That play good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They go to Barkley again. And they find him after just a yard. It's 3rd down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off to his running back. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
first and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Now Hurts. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
First and goal, you take a sack. I got nothing good to say about that. So let me flip it over on the other side where you got everything good to say. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to get them behind the sticks. You want to knock them backwards. And now you put a whole lot more pressure on that offense to respond.
Gotta forget about first down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on second and goal. And he's brought down at the line.
He was brought down by Justin Avoidfield.
Anticipating the pass, defense out there in dime. It's third and goal. Back to throw, Hurts. Finds a man, right side. And this is going to be fourth down, Brock. He's out of bounds, well shy of what they needed there.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
For the field goal, a 29-yard attempt.
Elliott connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fields this one at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Running with Vidal out of the gun. Slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Herbert from the gun. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
On third down, Herbert. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
So on fourth down, here's J.K. Scott on to punt it away for the Chargers. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line.
The Eagles take over.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hurts to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Kate, hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. 20 yards on that play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Motion Brown right. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. He's going to lose his yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Offense to the line, 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Roughing the passer, defense.
3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives him the 1st. Taps it off to Barkley, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the pistol, Hurts. Catch made. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Barkley. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
It's going to be 2nd and 3 when we return from our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And they get to him again! Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Following the sack, and they need to find 11 yards here on 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. They're in long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Elliott connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6.
One of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Good work so far. He's got room. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Herbert back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Here's Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Herbert throwing again. Finds him on the crossing route. He's not going to get any further after that catch. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
10 at the 29-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now Herbert again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right? That's a small silver lining for them at the very least, but probably won't be much comfort now. And it's going to feel even worse when this quarterback watches the tape tomorrow.
The Eagles setting out their offense one last time in the first half. They're going to have to be quick about anything that they want to do here, partner. Enough time for a few snaps at most. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. First down throwing for Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one... Shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the 3rd. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead.
On what I love. Ooh, baby, it's dangerous. Your problems are just not the same to us. We're dealing with things you ain't seen before. We're feeling the weight of our ancestors. We're here
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
27-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Looking right, and he finds it. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack brings the offense to 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you've got to play with a sense of urgency. You've got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts. Hauled in by Goddard, left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Number 88, Dallas Goddard.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
We've set it downs from the 37. First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Gets a gain of 11 there, that picks up the 1st.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
So 1st down from the 41. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he gives himself up after a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, Those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. On the handoff, it's Barkley. Shoots away from one. It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Nick Sirianni telling his offense they're going for it. 2-point attempt coming.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Hurts looking to throw. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Set for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
And I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week or in practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
Here's Vidal on the give. Unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Kobe Dean in on the tackle.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Herbert from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On third down, Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's taken down. He's got it to the 29. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. A couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. A quick slant, here's McConkey. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
From the red zone on first. Has it at the 7. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. There's a give to Vidal. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
Gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers shrinking the lead, some in the third. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. It didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers trim the deficit down to 5.
Chargers 14.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Shipley now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
2 set of downs for him from the 31. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. Well, I don't expect that loss to keep them from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep them from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And he's halts in after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. He's making a bid for it. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Hurts setting up to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end left. Herbert now off the play fake. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Good rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Conklin brings it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Idell trying this up the gut. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it. But these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
First and 10, Herbert. Dump off, caught by his back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go, second down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Looking for, and this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up second down.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. That one's nabbed by Allen. He's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of.
Has it down close. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. The middle, Vidal, and he's in for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 4th-quarter lead. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Here's Herbert leading them to the line, going for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to be taken down for the sack. They can't even get a throwaway on that 2-point try. Well, the decision's pretty clear here, partner. You got to take the shot at going up by a field goal.
Yep, all about the odds here. Increasing the odds that you're either leading or tied if you get the ball back.
And either way, you're prepping your defense to cling to a very small lead.
Either way, that defense is clinging for this situation to go out and show out.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Shipley now to return. Escapes a defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, the game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit.
Y'all gotta pop my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We mighty more Power Ranger. Mine also dangerous.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And an Eagle.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. And when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. Finds the in route complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. And they gain 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. That'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Let's get to that wide complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice gain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's 3rd and short.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he will not move the chains, Brock. In fact, he can't even get back to the line. He's going to go out of bounds for a loss of yards. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Got all of it, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
All set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
There's no route on the old proverbial rock tree cake that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run. This is Vidal. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one gains 7. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
We've set it downs from 37. They send the tight end in motion. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Caught on the comeback route. And he has this down to the 34. How about 29 yards on first down? And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 33-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They bring Johnston in motion. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's complete to Johnston, out right. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Clear to number 1, Quentin Johnston. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Johnson finds the football, complete. They get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable. He'll find enough space for a completion.
Hey, we gotta switch it up, we gotta switch it up, we gotta switch it up.
This is Vidal. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Patterson trying this straight ahead. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. And the Eagles take possession just shy of midfield, following the interception and a lengthy return. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, and throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Spins out on one side. They can't. Ryan Mann, he's in the clear. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They get 35 out of that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Brock? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Third down, 1 yard to go. Gonna go with Barkley on the counter. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're gonna lose one on that play. It's fourth down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're gonna lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Eagles lead by only 2. Nick Sirianni sending in the call. The offense staying out there. They're going for it. Setting up to pass. On the ground, Gay works for the touchdown. The Eagles go up by 8 at the end. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown.
Okay, you got to be aware defensively by this point that this guy is going to run if he sees daylight. I think there was an awareness factor. They just couldn't stop him. He has just been that kind of X factor with his legs.
Point after upcoming, this for a 2-score lead to potentially clinch the win. And a likely game-winning extra point strikes true, and that should do it. We get a 2-score game now late.
Chargers 20.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The Chargers and receiver Keenan Allen making their way back out. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Going trips left here as they get set. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. The penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only one timeout left and that clock winding down. Back to throw, here's Herbert. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jahan Campbell makes the play. And the Eagles will take over along the midfield stripe after the interception and return. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that. Every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And as that defense comes off the field clean, making the stop, Brock, they've got to feel that they're just moments away from this victory.
Yeah, the odds would tell you that. Certainly a two-possession lead this late ought to do it, but crazy things happen in this league every week. So don't go taking that jersey off until your offense hopefully runs out the clock.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Design keeper here for Hurts. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. Well, Brock, this one certainly had its bright moments. Going to be talking about those in the days to come. Another great game, and we had the good fortune once again of having a bird's eye view to it all.
It's a lot like what they say about golf. There's no such thing as a bad day on the course, and there's no such thing as a bad time calling an NFL game either. These two teams were able to give us some highlights and one exciting game to cover.
So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.